Hey Aries, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Sadie and I'm just happy to be here with you, and I hope you get something from this message. So let's see what your guides want you to know right now, Aries. What messages do you have for Aries? If you're new or if you're just getting here, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, whatever. All right, so let's see. Right, we have 22 with creative projects. It is time to get things done. Make your creative projects a priority now. So, and I know we see creative projects and we think, oh, let me paint that wall that I've wanted to paint. Let me go out and do a pottery session. Creative projects can mean anything. It's anything where you're using your mental energy to create something new, right? You're using your godly intuition to create something, to see it in your mind and then put it into solid matter, right? So your guys are telling you now is the time to focus on your creative projects. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have Metamorphosis. Notice that this is a card 2, and that's 2-2. So you got 222. Look up that number. It might be meaningful, the message you get from that angel number. It says, like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you're about to get your wings. I just heard Red Bull gives you wings. All right, so let's pull some tarot and see what this is about. What is going on for Aries? What does Aries need to know right now? All right. What is this energy? What is this creative project for Aries? This metamorphosis. I feel like you're going through some type of really big changing in life. And because it was underneath the deck, you might feel, Aries, on some level that this change, you might not see it because I don't think it's necessarily in your purview, or it's subtle change. Like it's subtle, it's like a creeper, this change. Or it could be very significant. I mean, you do have a lot of stuff going on planetarily, like with the planets in your sign. So for some of you, this is hitting home. This is like, yeah, I'm going through a lot of change right now. And some of you are like, no, pretty. But what you don't see is that there's things changing, whether you can see it on the surface or not. So let's see. Let's clarify further. All right, we have the Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles. No, sorry, the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page. We have the Prince of Jars, which is the Knight of Cups. We have the Four Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Swords. This is what I said. You don't really see changes happening. At the bottom of the deck, we have Death, which is the literal meaning of metamorphosis. So you had 2 cards of metamorphosis underneath the deck for you. So Aries, a change is happening. Now, because these cards, the metamorphosis, the Death card was underneath the deck, that tells me that this change is happening internally. This is not now, of course, internal changes can now go out into the external world. That's probably why you're getting the creative spark. Like, oh, I want to do this. I feel like now is the time to do this. I feel like now is the time to take care of this, right? You might be getting fresh ideas because your internal world is trying to reflect out externally, right? So I feel like your emotional world is what's really doing a lot of shifting and changing. I think you're tired of living at a crossroads. I'm getting with this Two of Swords. Like you're tired of living in this in-between, this dark period, I'm hearing for some of you, or like this crossroads. That's what I feel like. You're like, I can go down this road or I can go down this road. One of the roads I feel leads to the same thing that you've always done. And then one of the roads I feel like leads to your metamorphosis, leads to your new thing happening. So let's get some more energy for Aries. This metamorphosis. Let's see. We have the World card. So clearly an ending, like a wrap up of a cycle is happening for Aries. Whoa. Okay. We got a lot of people here. We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. The bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Wands. So a lot of people are showing up in your reading, meaning that it could mean a lot of things. Because the world and these two people came out together, you could be saying goodbye to certain people in your life. You could be like saying bye to like certain relationships that you've had for a long time, romantic or otherwise. You could be, you know, and I say goodbye, meaning like that their contract with you is up, right? Because the world is pretty sacred, okay? So this is not like, oh, you know, you used to go to a certain gym and now you're like not going to that gym, you're going to a new gym. So you're wrapping that up with them. No. The world feels more sacred to me. It feels like you've wrapped up some kind of cycle with this individual, especially karmically, right? Or something that was in your contract when you got here. So you might have maybe been friends with people who you're no longer friends with because they served their purpose. They served their purpose in your life, and vice versa. Because you know what we always give out, get back what we give out. So, and obviously relationships are two-way street, right? So some of you could be ending something with some people. You might be even like ending a home situation, right? The Four of Wands represents the home. So this could be where you're like, you know what? I want to move. I want my home to start reflecting more of the changes that I've made lately. Because, you know, we forget that the physical home holds energy, right, Aries? And so let's say if you're a person who you struggle with staying neat, keeping your home tidy, most of the time it's not because you're a dirty person or you don't care or you're lazy. All of those things are so stupid and so outdated. It's usually because your internal world is not tidy, right? Like the inner you is struggling at some point, and it can't. You don't have enough energy to dedicate to your house at this time. This is not to feel shameful of or anything. This is to say that this is all changing for you because your inner world is changing. Your outer world is starting to reflect those changes. So you might be feeling very creative, like, you know what? I just want to get rid of everything and start over. I want to buy new furniture. I want to buy furniture. Maybe some of you have been sitting in an empty house. Now, I'm using home, but this could be anything related to your life. You could be deciding, you know what? I've been eating poorly for so long and I'm ready to like eat better. But for some of you, maybe the environment is not supportive of that, of you eating better, of you taking care of your home. So you might need to make a brand new shift. You might need to do something drastic even for some of you. What are these people representing for Aries? What are these people representing for Aries? Ace of Wands. And then at the bottom of the deck, another person, the King of Cups. So I just heard ending a team dynamic. Ending a team dynamic. So some of you could be, look, I just broke the deck as I'm sitting here just talking to you, and like the Five of Wands is here. I think some of you have been dealing with a certain team dynamic. You might have been on a team or part of a team at your job, or this could be a team, a friendship group, a group of people. It just feels like a group of people who, I don't know if they like contribute to your burnout or they've given you life. Like I'm literally feeling like my candle that you can't see here. Some people, this candle your candle has been blown out because of the people you surround yourself with, and some of you, they've been lighting that candle every day for you. Meaning some people are giving you life and some people are taking life away from you. And I think you're starting to see who those folks are. Like you're getting clarity on who you want to associate with, who you want a part of your tribe, right? And who you want to give their notice. You want to give someone their notice. You might be giving your notice at work, right? You might be saying, I F this, I'm out of here, right? Because I think you've been living in this limbo stage, or like in this in-between stage. Almost like you're in what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is this long-ass bridge, and you standing in the middle of that bridge trying to decide, do I go this way or that way? And so I feel like your guys are saying, go to where something new is happening. Like if you want to know what to do, go to the new. Go to the new. Embrace the new. Embrace the creativeness of this moment. That's the thing. That's the key. To create a new life, you're gonna have to use your creative energy, and like see yourself differently. That's also creative energy, believe it or not, Aries. When you are able to sit in your living room, wherever you are, and just think of yourself differently, seeing yourself with your new home in the shape that you want to be in, meaning physically, mentally, emotionally, in, let's say, a better job situation. That's you using your creative power for good. Now, we all know how to use our creative power for negative, right? We see it on the news. We also see it within ourselves when we have creative negative thoughts, or we create negative outcomes. We already assume that the shit is going to go poorly. So what can you do to create something new for yourself that's actually positive? And how can you see it first in your thoughts? Because that's what I'm getting to with this energy, is that the whatever is manifested in the physical has to first be created in the mind. So I'm seeing for you all, like, look, the Eight of Swords at the bottom. I'm seeing for you all like you're stuck and you want movement, but you don't quite know how to get the wheels turning. Your guys are saying, well, use your creative spark, use the gifts that we've given you, right? I always think this is the Ace of Pentacles, the Princess of Pentacles, right? We're giving you a seed. We're giving you multiple little seeds. Use that. Use the spark, and stop waiting. Like stop standing in the middle of that bridge waiting for the spark. You know what to do. You know what direction you want your life to head in. Okay. So an ending is happening for you all, but then a new beginning happens as well. So let's pull some final energies for you. For Aries, what is the final energy for Aries? For Aries. Okay. You got the Noah that knows. It says there's a Noah within you who always knows what to do, where to go, and with whom to connect. The evidence of being attuned to this voice is that you are flooded with peace, ease, grace, and an electric vitality. Amplify the voice of the Noah by acting on its wisdom. Wow. What did I say? What did I say about this Two of Swords, Aries? That you're in that bridge, that metaphor of the bridge. You know what will make you happy, or at the very least, you know what you don't want, and that's half the battle. So I hope that this message was helpful. If so, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.